Well, hello friends and followers. Here's the Drake TR4 that I just got in today in the mail and already tore it apart. I don't even have a power supply to run the radio. And that's unfortunate, but I pretty much know what I do with these guys, these TR4s. I'll replace all these. And I've been working on the finals here, so I'm converting it to 8032 finals. Yanked out all the old, what are these things, 6JB6 or something. Got those all out. I don't like these. Put in some real transmitting tubes here. So I got the heaters all wired up. Pretty much 12 volts comes in through here. At least I hope it does. I'm kind of going off memory of the T4X. There's 3 tubes in here, and they're 6 volt. They were 6 volt tubes. Now I have 12 volt tubes, so I'm hoping 12 volts comes in here. I just have this thing going to the heater wire and all the tubes, and then the other side of the heaters are grounded here. So that should run all the heaters on these tubes. This is heater going into this side, and it looks like they're probably balancing this in series with one of the tubes, so 6 volt tubes. So I got to figure out what to do with this wire here, how to feed this 6 volts or whatever it wants on that side, light that up. So that's something I didn't really account for. Anyway, I got the grid all connected here, feeding pin 5. So there's pin 5 on this. They had this little piece of band brass in here or whatever, so I simply reused it, and I put some heat shrink on it to enable it not to short, and that's about that. So I got the heaters wired. I have the grid pin 5 on grid 1 wired. That's as far as I got tonight. So what's left? Well, the cathode return, the screen, and the bias. So there's some work left to be done in here. And the way the T4X turned out and the way the gentleman that had his conversion all planned out, he takes the cathode, which is connected in 3 points. There's 3 pins that go to the cathode on this tube, and he has resistors coming out of each pin. So you have 3 resistors coming out of each of these, and then those are tied to a common bus. So since I have room here, I will do that in this radio. Get it all squared away, get the grid figured out. I'm sorry, the bias figured out. And the screen's figured out. And then I think this thing will be ready to try. I also got a tube in the mail coming in. I got one here, I got a missing tube here, so that's coming in the mail. These are both RCAs, and I think I got a GE tube coming or something, which isn't good, but hey, you know, this thing's a hack, so let's see how it works. It's a beautiful radio. I probably shouldn't have actually torn this thing up so readily. I should have tried. I didn't even try the radio. I don't even have a power supply anymore. I'm going to get a power supply. I just figured I was going to... I really wanted to buy this TR4 just to try this experiment to see if I can get 300 watts out of this thing or something on 80 meters, maybe 250 watts on 40 meters. So that's my fun little plan here. And I just wanted to have something different. And the good news is these tubes do fit in the cage, so there's no bending or modifications needed of the cage, of the case. It'll just simply fit. So it's going to be a nice clean little design with transmitting tubes in it. Anyway, that's my little rendition here. It's a clean radio. I mean, you can look at the pins here, and there's really no insertion marks on these cinch pins on the power connector. The guy just didn't use this radio. It's a high serial number there. I'm lucky to have this radio. It's really a high serial number, and it doesn't seem like the guy used it a whole lot. There's no marks in these pins at all. Are there any? Maybe, yeah, a little bit, but not much. It's really rust-free. It's corrosion-free. Even the, I've never seen one of these with the switch is even nearly clean as these. The switches look new. There's a little bit of corrosion, but not much. So this is a gem of a find. The wiring looks a lot cleaner too. So I guess Drake cleaned up its act in the last days before they exited the 4 Series for the TR7 stuff. Anyway, yeah, the wiring looks nice in this one. How does my wiring look? I guess my wiring's reasonable. I didn't follow the color code and make the heaters all white, but I just wanted to reuse the same wire that I had, not put in new wiring. So I just used the wires that I pulled out of the old sockets and put them back in here. Here's the old sockets. I'm probably going to pull off more of those capacitors and put them on here. Or put new ones in, we'll see. So that's my little story here. All right, well, thanks for watching. I guess I got to order a power supply for this thing and keep working on it. And maybe when the power supply comes, I'll check all the voltages here, make sure the screen's right, make sure we got bias, make sure the heaters are right. Plug the tubes in and make sure they all heat up. Make sure whatever this wire goes to is happy. Probably going to put some giant resistor in here to fix that. And we'll go from there. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.